John, defeat today, but for an hour or so, when you had a strong side out there, we looked good, didn't we?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the score does suggest that we lost, but I felt that we won it with when I started making a lot of changes, obviously. I actually said to Ryan Dixon as he come off a clean sheet, he was sort of the last of the senior pros. I said, it's good to get a clean sheet. I like, psychologically to get in their mind that whilst they were on the pitch, they kept the clean sheet. BJ kept the clean sheet. And but that's what these games are for. They're, it's a chance to put people in and have a look at them, see what they're like under pressure, rather than because there is nothing at stake except a little bit of pride, So that was the reason I made so many changes. I wanted to get people on the pitch. I want to look at them because that's my last chance really now to look at people under those kind of conditions. Because as from next Saturday, it's all for real. And it just told me one or two things that if I didn't already know. It sort of drummed home the point to me. A free kick that Chelsea got their first goal from. We got three lads in there that are over 6 foot. Not one of them got anywhere near the ball, and that tells me everything that I needed to know. I don't think Joe Walsh or Dean Leacock would have allowed somebody else to have got in front of them in that situation. So, but like I say, that's what these games are for, and I was delighted with. The first hour, I was delighted with the first 45 minutes in particular. I thought we did really, really well defensively against a real top quality Chelsea team. I mean, listen, they're no mugs. They know how to keep the
football. A lot of experience of Championship and League One football out there, isn't there?
Absolutely, yeah. They've all been. A lot of their team have been out playing in the Football League, and they came at us in the way that I'd expect them to, keeping the football. But we won the ball in their half a lot today. And we try to play a high pressing game, which we probably won't have to do too many times this year. We did it once against Wolves last year, which worked very successfully for us, but I think it'll be a little bit more direct once we start next week.
A couple of really good goals actually, we'll talk about those. Josh Simpson, hopefully he's got one or two more finishes like that during the league season.
Yeah, well he needs to. We've encouraged him to get forward. Certainly on the training ground we've been working on one or two things which enables Josh to get himself in the penalty box. But it was well worked. Great ball in from Ryan Dixon, I think down the left hand side, and Big Dean Leacock had been up there for a set piece. Just nodded it straight back to Josh, and Josh finished it off, so that was good. And I was even more pleased with the second goal with Fariza. It was good for him to score in front of the home fans. He was desperate to get on the score sheet and has been in a couple of games that we've had here, and that's a typical Eyes on McLeod goal for me. He plays on the shoulder of the centre half and just manages to get half a yard, and once he gets in front of someone it's difficult to catch him, and he just hit the target really. It wasn't a spectacular goal, but it was an Eyes on McLeod goal. I've seen him score many of those, so that was pleasing. At 2-0 we were pretty comfortable, to be honest. That's why I took off my centre halves while everyone was still in pretty good shape, mentally and physically. So we made lots of changes, and at the end I think we made 11 changes in all. So I wasn't too happy with the last 20 minutes, I have to say.
Week today will all be over at Barnsley.
Yep.
What are you hoping to get from the next week leading up to that game? What's the plan now?
Well, I think most of it now is psychological. It's physically we're in pretty good shape. Everyone's, we've tried to make sure everybody has played 90 minutes of football. We've looked after the ones that we felt needed looking after. A lot of that, as I said, has been psychological. I took off defenders today because it was a clean sheet. I took BJ off at half time because for him to come off when and he's kept a clean sheet in the first half. It's good for him to go into the game at Barnsley full of confidence, knowing that he's doing very good things on the pitch. So I was pleased with lots of bits and pieces like that. So most of it will be, as I said, it'll be a lot of theory. We still need to improve, and lots of little bits and pieces. We gave the ball away early in the game today. In the first 10 or 15 minutes, we gave it away in stupid situations when we should have kept it much better under no pressure. So it just really theory stuff on the training ground, and just trying to iron out one or two of the creases. But I was really, really pleased with that first hour today. So we go into the Barnsley game full of confidence.
Last one, Gavin Tomlin came off early
Yeah.
in the second half. Looked fairly serious, or
Well, he's had a history of this kind of injury. We hope it's not too bad. But as you know, players know themselves straight away, and he wasn't too happy with. It looks like a hamstring. It just depends, you know. You get certain grades of a tear. Grade 1 is very minimal. Obviously 2s and 3s and 4s. Once you start getting up to 2s and 3s, it's pretty serious. But I think we've had the medical staff have a look at him. He has got a history of these kind of injuries over a period of the season. You know, he's missed 2 or 3. He's had 2 or 3 spells possibly during the season when he's had this problem. So we have tried to look after him as much as we can and get him to work on this area of his game, which has obviously been a bit of a weakness there with his hamstrings and groins. And we spent a lot of time with him, the medical staff, just trying to strengthen these areas and make sure that he doesn't get a recurrence of these injury problems. But it looks like he's got a slight tear, and looks pretty bad news for us. So I'm hoping that he'll respond to some rehab over the next few days, and it's nothing too serious.